This is the fifth and last video of the series where we turn passion into profit, where we turn something that you're really excited about, something that you have, a skill that you might have gained through life, through your career, through your journey, and make money from that in your own way, independently, and live the lifestyle that you want. Now, this is the last video, and in this video I want to touch more upon monetization, but specifically on one-to-one consultations and kind of building up to the point where you can book those and be an expert in your subject area. And secondly, thinking about building a newsletter and an email list. Now, why do you think that when you log onto any website, be it a clothing brand, be it a makeup brand, be it an AI tech brand, they ask you for your email address? Like, they all ask you to log in with your email address, because your email is the most valuable thing that brands can have, because they can directly message you straight into your inbox. Having you on social media, having your number, like, these are irrelevant. Being able to go into your inbox, being able to go right into your phone is the most valuable thing, which is why building an email list, building an email newsletter is so important, and something you can actually do from the beginning. So when you're starting to build your platform, you're starting to make content, you can say, hey guys, I've got a newsletter, and every single week or once a month or twice a month, I'm going to be sharing more outfits, more outfit ideas, dresses that I like I'm sharing some of them here on Instagram, but I'll share more and give them like a sneak peek. Or for example, with my content, hey guys, every single Friday, you'll get a summary of the latest AI tools and how you can use it. Email here. So you're starting to build an email list. It's free, firstly, they're not paying any money, and they're getting a useful, valuable email in their inbox every single week. I use a platform called Substack, and Substack is a great free tool that you can use. It's nice, it looks really cohesive, it's user-friendly for yourself and for your audience, and it's just a lovely way to kind of build an email list. The great thing with building an email list is that even if you decided, you know what, I don't want to be on Instagram anymore, I don't want to be on social media anymore, I just want to live an offline life, you have this list of 1,000 people who are passionate about what it is that you are speaking about, who want to learn more from you. So you can actually continue to send those emails. You can continue to build your own brand outside of being reliant on social media. On YouTube, I have over 350? I think it's 351,000 subscribers, but I don't have their email addresses, right? So let's say right now YouTube decides we're going to close down this whole platform, right? There's no more YouTube. I have nothing. I don't have a single one of their contact details, which I think is quite risky. If your whole business is based and the foundation is based off of having this many followers and they're watching you and they're following you, you're reliant on this platform. You're reliant on this platform still being around next year, right? Whereas if you turn around, you're like, guys, subscribe to my email newsletter, you now have 2,000, 4,000, 10,000, 20,000 of them, which is so much more powerful than 300,000 who you don't know, who you have no contact with, who, if anything happened, that's the end of your relationship. I'm going to tell you a story. A few months ago, I worked with a brand, and as part of the campaign, we did like a YouTube video, we did an Instagram, and we did a TikTok video. And then I threw in an email like mention. So I said to her, I'll mention your brand in my email newsletter, right? And I charged a bit for it, like not much. And she got back to me after I did that, and she was like, Amina, we have never had that many signups, and my email newsletter only has a few thousand reads, whereas my YouTube has 300,000, my Instagram has 100,000, but more than those was the email newsletter. So the email newsletter was able to get more of a loyal following and signups than the others. And then she said, we'll pay you for another one. Can you do next month as well? So this is what I mean about having a loyal following list via email. And this can actually drive traffic to your other platforms. So if you have a strong email list, when you create products, when you post on YouTube, when you post on TikTok, you can share that with your email list. As long as it's not spammy, stick to once a week, twice a month, something like that. If you share your latest kind of updates, you're more likely to get great engagement than you are if you have nothing, or you don't have any emails, or you don't have any contact details at all. Now you're saying to me, how can I grow my email list? Well, the most effective way is to offer a free product. So that could be a free template, a free resource, a free course, something that means that they're not paying for anything, right? Most people, no one wants to pay for anything, right? People want things for free. So if you're able to provide them with something for free, they're happy to exchange their email address with you in exchange for that free item, okay? So I'd really recommend maybe developing something. It doesn't have to be very much. Like, you can go on Canva and create a free student timetable, a template. You can design, do a quick course. You can do a quick Loom, something where you're able to give something of value that feels like to the audience that, oh wow, I got that for free. That's really cool. That was really helpful. I think that's really helpful. And then you've now gained their email address, and you can now use that for what you want in the future to promote your products and to kind of build your newsletter email list in general. Again, you can use what I mentioned in the last video. You can use ManyChat. So you can say something like, DM me the word email and I'll add you to the list. So it automatically sets a funnel where they DM that thing, they get sent automatically a message saying, what's your email? That email gets added to your list. So there's ways to funnel it so it's not so manual, and it's a lot more automated. Now, what should you include in your newsletter? What I'd recommend you to do is to do some market research, which is again what I did. I think market research is probably the one key takeaway. You need to be looking at what other people in your niche are doing. What are other people doing that are posting similar content to you? Follow their newsletters, sign up to 5 newsletters in your niche, and take a look at what kind of style are they posting, what are they including, what kind of content do you find interesting, what kind of content that have they included that you think, oh, I wouldn't mind doing my spin on that, or my take on that, and how can you then make that personable and relatable to your content. It should be a continuous arm to your content. So it shouldn't just be your content is AI in academia, and then on my newsletter, I'm going to show you the outfits that I wear. It could work for some, but it doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense to do that. It makes sense to say, right, my content is AI in academia, and on my newsletter, I'll share with you more AI tips. I'll share with you behind the scenes of how to use these AI tools. I'll share with you discount codes, whatever it is. It should be continuous, and it should provide your reader something that you don't necessarily provide on your social media platforms. And you can get to the point where your newsletter is so popular, even, I say popular, I don't mean hundreds of thousands, even 1,000 email addresses, 2,000 email addresses, 5,000 email addresses. It's not hard. People are quite quite free to just add email addresses, and a lot of people have their work email and then a newsletter email, shopping email. So they're more than happy to give you the one that's a bit more casual. So you can very quickly get a good email list, and you can monetize that either by selling or sharing your products, or by doing ads for brands, because they really appreciate email newsletter content. And then the second route to monetization is by doing one-to-one consultations. Now, this is one that I've recommended to so many of my friends that are in similar niches to me, that are making content online. I'm always why don't you offer one-to-one consultations? Why don't you offer something like that, where people will pay for an hour of your time and they just get you, and they're happy to pay £100 for the hour, £150 for the hour, £200 for the hour. I charge £250 for half an hour, and people are happy to pay that because they know that in half an hour, they'll get such an intense learning session that it's worth it. But you have to create that value and that worth through your content. Why should they pay a penny to talk to you if you're not proving to them that you could provide them with value that they can't get anywhere else, okay? So the funnel that I would say is, you start off by finding your niche, speaking about it, creating tons of content about that. Then you get to the point where you're okay, I might start a newsletter now, and I'll add some more value to you via this newsletter. And then you want to say, okay, fine, so I've got the newsletter now. I'm now going to make a course. So this course will be one that I'm going to sell. Okay, so you now are selling this course through the newsletter, but also through your social media platforms. And then you'll say, right, people, they want tailored support. They're not happy with the course in only, they want more than that. Let me build a one-to-one consultation session where people can book half an hour or an hour, and I can talk through their needs and help them directly with what it is that they want help with. And now you've got this perfect schedule where you've got your brand, you're making money online, you then can sell a product for X amount, you then can sell an online course, you then can get one-to-one consultations, and there you go, you can quit your job and you can live off social media. But this is just online, like this is just the online stuff. We haven't even delved into actually starting your own company, because that is what comes after you've been building up your own profile, right? That comes after you've built up a profile that's strong enough, it doesn't have to be crazy big, but strong enough where you're comfortable to be like, hey guys, I'm launching my own agency, my own consultancy, my own fashion brand, my own makeup lot, like whatever it is, because people now trust you. They know that whatever it is that you're going to share with them is worth it and it's good. So now when you're offering this service or this product, it's not going to be out of the blue. It's not like a random person doing a random thing, you know? So it's all about the pipeline. It's all about knowing what that funnel is. And by knowing it, you can work towards it, and it doesn't happen by accident. Like things can change. You can change your niche, you can change your look, you can change your branding. But if you have like the mindset where I'm going to start today, in 6 months' time, you'd be really surprised how far you can get. You can probably get to the online course by 6 months if you're really consistent with your content. So I hope that you found this series helpful. This is just a little behind the scenes, a little bit of my knowledge that I have that I thought I would share with a very kind of beginner's course. I'm kind of answering the main questions that I get when it comes to how can I start my own business? How can I start my own brand? How can I start my online page? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to, this is how you can do it. This is how you begin. Of course, there are more stages, but this is literally how you begin. You just have to begin. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, then leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you found helpful about this. And if you have any other questions, I would absolutely love to answer your questions. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you in terms of what you found helpful. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.